Today is Tuesday, July 14th, which is a day of five because 14 breaks down to the number five, making it a day of change. We have the beautiful new moon in Cancer grace us with her presence around 5:43 a.m. Eastern Standard Time this morning. And this new moon is really asking you to do a lot of self-reflection. Go into hermit mode. And are you being loved, liked, or simply tolerated, not just with your love relationships or your situationships, but them people at work, those family members, do they truly love you or are they around to reap the benefits of who you are? Decide wisely. Make the necessary choices. We know that we're about to experience this amazing Lionsgate portal, the biggest manifestation portal of the year where things can change almost overnight. And this portal this year is being followed by two beautiful eclipses. Do not do not let this moment pass you by, still stuck on the norm or what you've been doing. If you're going to do big changes, if you are manifesting big things, it requires you to put yourself in the best position to receive the very things that you've been asking for, because they're coming. Really take stock of who is in your life. What are they doing? That person you wake up to every morning, especially, do they consider you? If this is your first time here, my name is Etta, Mr. Keeler. We're going to get into today's collective messages. I was supposed to be on an hour ago, but, life is lifing as it does with any lunar cycle or any cosmic happening. This week is super duper charged with shifts and changes, and it's begging the collective to really stand in alignment, to really stand for what you believe. House rules. Some of you, especially on YouTube, and we're in both spaces. We're both on YouTube and TikTok. If you're not nice, you will get ignored. If your energy does not align with the collectives, you will get ignored. These lives, these messages are for aligned souls who are on a journey of awakening to their own spiritual gifts, as well as helping the people around them awaken to theirs. People who are truly invested in bettering themselves. Any negative energy sent my way or to the way of the collective is instantly turned into peace, prosperity, and blessings. Ashe. Let's see what this Cancer new moon in Cancer rules the fifth house, right? Is bringing in for the collective. We have a grand trine coming in a few days. If you know, you know, right? More information about the grand trine that's coming in is happening in Patreon, right? I wrote a brief description of it, and when that day comes, we'll talk more about it. But let's get into the collective message, and then we're going to get into the theme of each zodiac signs. Hmm, New moon in Cancer. What the next 2 weeks before we enter in the Lionsgate portal really is bringing us. I'm hearing when it comes to are you loved, liked, or just being tolerated? Ask yourself this: when has your person showed you consideration? Respect and consideration trumps love, right? Millions of people can love you. I love you. But who's actually doing right by you? When was it? Give me a good example. For those of you, especially who's been asking about, is my person coming back? Give me a good example. If you're watching this on the replay, put it in the comments. If you're here with us now, put it in the comments because after I'm done with the download, I will be looking into your comments. I'll go first. Being busy at work, hearing that I'm sick, dropping everything just to bring me some orange juice, which I could have DoorDashed or Uber Eats, but making it a point to actually physically check in to make sure I was okay. That's consideration. Even though they had their thing going on and I have my thing going on, stopping what they're doing. And I could give you plenty, plenty, plenty more examples. But I want you, as I look up to my clock and see 111, to give me an example of yours. A lot of you who have been in separation with somebody that you know you're not supposed to go back to, you know there's nothing there. You can't even give me one example of consideration. And that is your cosmic cue that that person has to exit your timeline. Whoever you've been waiting for, whoever you've been hoping for, if they haven't been considerate of your needs, if they don't subconsciously react to you in a way that makes you see that they're really for you, we can say people are really good, especially those of you who are dealing with narcissists and sociopaths, right? And just purely, cuckoo people. That's not a nice thing to say, but that's how spirit got it across, right? They can mentally, emotionally manipulate you with their words. Certain people, especially those of you who are born with the gift of gab, you have a way of weaving your words together that makes everything sound so wonderful, so amazing. Sometimes we find ourselves in relationships with people because we were enchanted by the beautiful words. But what are their actions? What are they doing when nobody's looking? What is their first reaction to you? Going back to that comment that was made on the video I posted before going live, a drunk mouth speaks a sober heart, because whatever comes out is usually what's been sitting in the subconscious. But the ego steps in and is like, yeah, you can't say that, because if you say that, this is going to happen. It comes out unfiltered. Look towards the little things, right? Anybody could buy you a Louis V bag. Hell, anybody could buy you a car. But if they could buy you a car, or they could buy you something very expensive, chances are they could buy at least one, two, three other people the same thing. It's easy for somebody with $1 million to hand you 100. It's not so easy for somebody with $100 to hand you that whole 100. Ashe, Holy Spirit, what else does the collective need to know with this new moon? Some of you really need to stop making excuses for why you're holding on to that person, because you're only holding yourself back at this time. What is this new moon in Cancer bringing the collective? What message does the collective need to hear on this Tuesday? Tuesdays are ruled by Mars. It's about taking action on what's coming out, on what's being said, so you can move accordingly and make the best out of this moment. Holy Spirit, what else does the collective need to know on this Tuesday when it comes to what the new moon in Cancer is bringing? Cancer, sun, moons, and or rising, especially Cancer moons. How are you guys holding up? What else does the collective need to know? This is a true reversal. Anything else? And then we'll get a what's the vibe? Thank you for spending this part of your day, afternoon moment with me, Spirit, and the Soul Tribe. What is the vibe on this Tuesday? Oh, that fell on the floor, and if it fell on the floor, that's what it shall stay until I go pick it up. And being that it is Tuesday, we're going to get a message from the divine goddesses, the divine feminines, as to what the collective needs to know on this blessed Tuesday. What this new moon in Cancer is bringing the collective. Anything else? All readings, by the way, have gone out. I have a couple of virtuals to get done, and you guys already have your time slots. Holy Spirit, what else does the collective need to know on this Tuesday? Thank you. I knew that was going to happen. Stop being tolerated. Go where you are celebrated. Stop being tolerated. Go where you are celebrated. Stop being tolerated. Go where you are being celebrated. That message is for somebody in particular. The reasoning you're giving yourself, I will always tell you, yes, they're valid. Your reasons for staying, yes, they're valid. But so are your wishes, so are your dreams. It feels like your guides have given you sign after sign after sign about that person not being your forever person. It's time that you do something about it. You're being begged to do something about it and not to sit and wallow in pity anymore. Stop throwing yourself a pity party, okay? Okay. We're going to start with Mayat. because there was a lot of action going on over here. This is a true reversal. Occupation. Some of you were asked about, is your heart lighter than a feather? Have you forgiven that person? Let's start there. Have you? The person that broke your heart, the person that fumbled you, the person that disrespected you, whether they are a lover, a friend, a homie, a coworker, a boss, a neighbor, that one person you always seem to bump into at the gas station or Starbucks as my near ear starts to itch really, really bad. Goodness, right? Have you forgiven them? Truly forgive them. Truly, no, right now, in this moment, say, you know what, so and so, I forgive you and all your nonsense, right? Those of you who have given up on the journey, reconsider that. I'll push this to the side. Reconsider that with thoughts. Mayat in her 42 principles, right? Keep us living in a balanced life. Is your life balanced? Is the cycle that you've been called to end, has it ended? Or are you still hoping and wishing for it to be something other than what it has been? We were put on notice last week or the week before, but that if so and so didn't come back by now, by today, by the new moon, if there wasn't some action forward, that's it. It's a wrap, right? They in the movie they do that thing that click clacks that it's done. It's a wrapperoni, which is not to say they may not come back during the fall. They may not come back next year this time. As I look up and it says 118, flip that 811. They might show up around eclipse season because that's when eclipse season starts, right? Around then. I think the eclipse is on the 12th of August, right? But in this moment right now, if they're not here, if they haven't messaged you, time's up, buddy. It's time for you to give them their walking papers in spirit or face to face and let them go for good. Where you are going, where you are being ushered, your ancestors and angels celebrate you every single day. Why are you letting mankind, right? People, humans, play you out of your worth, trick you out of your worth, give you all these emotional bruises, pains, and hurts. Yeah, it's time to end that cycle. Work on the healing because that has to be done first. Well, before we can even start the healing, it's naming that, you know what, I tolerated da 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 da. Make that list, right? I tolerated ba 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 ba, and I'm done. I'm no longer tolerating this from so and so or anybody else. Declare and decree. Use your words to acknowledge, to say out loud. Hell, put it in the comments to say that you're done and you're ready to receive that new chapter. You're ready to have a life of balance where you are aligned with people that pour into you as much as you pour into them. As long as you stay in this energy of accepting less than what you're worth, you will always come face to face with situations, people, places, and things that reflect less than what you're worth. You want to manifest this, you want to manifest that. Change your thoughts, you change your life. Cut the ties with people that are breadcrumbing you. Cut the ties with people that do not know your worth, value your worth, try to talk you out of your worth. If they're not hyping you up half as much as your guides are, hell, as I am, like Martin, tell them to get to stepping, right? Tell them to leave expeditiously so you can make room for the people that do love, adore, celebrate you, not tolerate you, celebrate you to come in. Once you get to a point where in your healing journey, where you're like, you know what, this thing happened and it was pretty messed up, but I'm good. I'm all right. And you start the energy of walking on sunshine. You start seeing the positive things of life. You start being more optimistic. Guess what? You just become a magnet for optimistic people. You become a magnet for people, places, and things that meet you at your optimism. People, places, and things that meet you at your joy. For some of you, your name is Joy. It's either your birth government given name or that is a nickname in your family. Why are you not living up to your namesake? Going to here is what this was sticking to my hand, right? Observer. making that list and checking it twice. If people are not treating you the way that they're supposed to, let them go. Those karmic attachments. Capricorn, Pisces, Leo, Aries, Taurus, Cancer. You guys to the front of the line. It's time to let them people go, right? Let them people go. Those toxic attachments, those friendships, those codependent friendships, right? That were built on sharing co-misery. Oh yeah, my baby daddy ain't ish either, right? Let's talk about it, right? And you guys just talk about negative Nancy and negative Norman stuff all day. If you have a friend and all you guys talk about is the negative stuff, they're only coming around when things are going bad just to talk about how bad it is, and they're not coming around with solutions to shift that negative energy into positive energy. Let them go. This moment of isolation, this period of isolation, and I like how soul forgiveness is right behind that, and journey. I can't show her because I think she's sneaky, right? Is right behind, and journey is right behind that. Some of you have already been put into your moment of isolation where friends have walked away because you couldn't do it. So your guides stepped in and did the scary thing. They did the hard thing so that you can become free, mind, body, and soul, to take that journey straight to your happily ever after. Start a new cycle towards wish fulfillment and having those dreams that you've been holding in your heart for far too long manifest into your reality. Some of you, I'm about to put somebody's business in the street. You cut off your baby daddy for some new joint. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Someone flashier, someone who might have a little bit more money, someone who presents as the better package, baby. You're dancing with the devil and you're being asked to stop. What looks like a good deal, going back to what came out a couple of days ago, all that glitters isn't gold. What you think is gold with this new person that you done broke somebody's heart over, that you thought you were leveling up, in the first few months, it's going to continue to look like that. You're going to think, oh, this was the best thing that ever happened to me because so and so does this and does this and does this and does that. In the next couple of months, right around September, mid September, their mask is going to fall. Don't be too deep in that you can't get yourself out. Be too deep in, so deep in with this masquerader that you end up losing Hmm. Everything you've built thus far over some mediocre, I can't say that word, but you know what I mean. That bank account is being funded by his last victim, okay? Okay. Next going, truth be told, on the heels of that, truth be told, people can't hide who they are under this Neptune retrograde. Somebody really took offense to that. She doesn't know what she's talking about. Okay, okay. Just don't come back and say Etta, because, first of all, it's not Etta. When these messages come through, you hear my voice, you see my hands, but I assure you, baby, it ain't me. I am very, very grateful that have been chosen to be a channel and a medium. Why do you think sometimes I lose my English? Why do you think sometimes the words come out slurred when I'm only drinking tea? Anywho, anyhow, sometimes, even though a lot of these messages are love and light and sweet and fluffy, your guides will come through with the hard truth. And like the old saying goes, the truth does hurt. Under Neptune's retrograde, by the way, it started on 7/7 and will end on 12/12. Nobody can wear a mask. And if they manage to override Neptune's energy, that mask won't be worn for much longer, for too long, right? If you fall under somebody's illusions because you were tricking yourself, you should know you're on the very precipice of having a wish fulfilled, especially when it comes to your abundance. If you could see Mommy Water, which I think is also, let me pull her off camera. Are you presentable? No, she's not presentable because, these cards are a little spicy, right? When it comes to your abundance, your prosperity, your bag, that's about to come in. Your guides are about to release that abundance for you, to you, with this Queen of Cups and smell the roses, right? And they want you to be with the right people. So they don't take advantage of you, right? And that money goes just as quickly as it comes. Some of you, they specifically said you're in danger. Mommy water and the water spirits, when you're looking for abundance, you're looking for riches, you're looking for generational wealth, the ocean spirits. Just be careful if they're not in your bloodline. There are other things you could do, other people that you could petition, but if they don't walk with you, don't go bothering them. Okay? Okay. Next, we have co create. Speaking about in your bloodline, petitioning your ancestors, petitioning your angels. If you still don't have clarity, yes, come get a clarity session with me. But you can also ask your guides. And do not be surprised when they show up and hold your feeling, hurt your feelings, and let you know that they've been trying to have you let go of so and so for forever because those blessings are coming in. This is like if you really want, and going back to what was said in the beginning, if you really want to call in those big changes, those big shifts, those big wish fulfillment, you gotta let go of the people that do not honor your worth. You gotta let go of the people that do not value you. And you gotta let them go today because there's another confirmation with the privileged lady, right? With 12 coming out by December. By this time, this Neptune retrograde is finished doing its thing. You're supposed to be a lot better off emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually, financially than you are right now. So go ahead and celebrate because it is a celebration, right? Clap, clap is a celebration. Isn't that a Drake song? If you know the rest of the lyrics, put it in the chat. It's your inauguration day. It's your crowning day. Now that this information has been put in your lap and you know what needs to be done to usher in those changes that are already on the books for you, that are already on the table. They're just waiting on you to bust a move, to make a move, right? To let go of the people, places, and things that do not serve your highest good so that they can align you with everything and everyone that does. The weather is being really weird outside again. Lastly, we have dun dun dun. Let me tell you something. If you're being tolerated because of what you could give to somebody, they already know that you're about to come into a big bag. A settlement, uh, um, a pay increase, a new job, business suddenly taking off. They already know from however reason however how they found out. And this is why they're still around because they know with your giving nature, and somebody got this message last week, right? You're a giver. You love, if you're up, everybody's up. I love that because I'm the same way. However, with boundaries. Some of you are with somebody that is waiting for you to get that win so they could take it all for themselves. Oh, but I did this and I did. They're going to guilt trip you into signing over that check to them, especially somebody that you have oh, with this lust and imprisonment and star card coming out in reverse, my dear. Some of you may be under the spell, but that spell was broken when you were specifically asked to sit and reflect. Are you being loved, liked, or tolerated? If you're being tolerated, right, or somebody's with you just because of kids, right, or just because of this, or just because they don't genuinely love you, right, flaws and all, it's time to break free. It's time to set yourself free from that curse. That being said, let's get it in quickly, 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 because we are doing personal readings today, but only for the Patreon subscribers, and we need to be over there, or we have a little time, right, by 2. And it's going to be on a first come, first served basis. And I think we might be able to get like, I don't know, 2 or 3, 3 or 4 personal readings done. And whoever we don't get to this week, we'll circle back around next Tuesday. The biggest thing, go into isolation, go into a point sometime today, make time to meditate. Go through your relationships, go through your friendships, and ask yourself, really ask yourself, are you being loved, liked, or simply tolerated? right? You guys want you to be in spaces only where you're celebrated. You go out to the restaurant, they treat you like crap, never spend your money there again. You have that one cousin that always has something negative to say about your journey. Stop telling them about your business and pull your energy back away from them. 2026, we're ending everything, everything, every single thing that stands between you and your peace, that stands between you and your happily ever. No more tolerating the bullshit, no more tolerating the nonsense. Because you can't say, I want to manifest this and this and this and this, and it's all wonderful thing, but you're letting yourself be subjected to not so wonderful things. Life is going to life and shit is going to happen. That's real, right? But sometimes in these situations, life may be lifing, but we can get ourselves out of it by choosing not to deal with certain people, choosing not to be subjected to somebody else's nonsense, right? It's a beautiful and pious thing to go through somebody's struggle with them. But if their struggle is pulling you down, baby, make a better decision. Especially if they're not helping, if you're helping them more than they help themselves, that is your confirmation that you should be doing something other than what you're doing, because their mess is now your mess, and that was never your parcel. You are only supposed to be a light, a beacon of light, hope, inspiration, and encouragement, right? Not be the captain of their ship. How are you going to be the captain of their ship and your ship at the same time? How's that going to work? Especially with the journey you're on and the things that you're trying to do. Holy Spirit, according to the sign, sun, moon, and or rising, what is the theme of this new moon in Cancer? And if you want a personal reading, clarity sessions are available. YouTube, I see you beautiful people, and I will get into your comments. Make sure you like and subscribe. What are the messages? After we pull this message, I'm going to see what you guys are chit-chatting about in the comments, okay? Okay. Starting with Cancer. The new moon is in your sign. How are you feeling? How are you doing? Your theme, because some of these cards are spicy, is stillness. Right? 36 is 9. 9 is the closing of cycles. Cancer, you especially need to make time today. Today, not tomorrow, right? Not this weekend, not when you can get to it. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15, 20, 30, 40, 45, 50, right? As long as you can, make some time to be still, meditate, and ask yourself, with the different relationships that you have, the different partnerships, love, business, friends, family, are these people loving you to the best of their ability? They like you, or are they just tolerating you? Do these people actually respect and value you, or just like the benefits of being around you? Whether that's the physical benefits or the spiritual. Leo, sun, moon, and or rising. This is giving 10 of swords energy, being down and out, having sacrificed everything, people taking, and not giving. You are another one that's being encouraged to end a cycle and end it now. Oh, but this person's going to be like this, they're going to feel like that. Let them. You're showing them far more consideration than they have ever showed you throughout the entire term of the friendship. This is your signal, this is your cue to cut that cord one way or another, especially for your birthday, right? Jesus. I'm hearing for somebody, they weren't even around for your last birthday, but you were there for each and every one of theirs. Make it make sense. Virgo, sun, moon, and or rising. Friendships that ended, relationships that ended are blessings in disguise. Those of you who have been sitting with the notion of, oh, well, I'm wondering, do they love me? Do they like me? Or are they just tolerating me? Right? And you got an answer. It may not be the answer you want, but it's the answer you need. As much as bad as somebody does to us, there is some goodness. There is a reason why we meet the people that we do when we meet them and how they show up for us in our lives. And usually, good, bad, or otherwise, because those are human terms, right? Is to help us along our journey, one way or another. I spoke about this with a client of mine earlier this morning. thanking somebody for the good that they brought into their life. Practicing that gratitude will bring you more people that bring good things into your life. Libra, sun, moon, and or rising. So Libra and Cancer are being ushered into solitude. But Libra with 6, making you the 6th sign. Baby, take that trip by yourself. It's scary, yes. Go on that date by yourself. Go to dinner by yourself. Sit with your own thoughts. And for some of you, for the first time in your lifetime, and pay attention to what your guides are showing you. This has the potential with all of this earth energy, this water energy, in in this stillness, in this solitude is where you're going to find your peace, is where you're going to find your freedom. It's going to be where you find the bridge between where you are now and where you want to be. And your guides fully support you. They just want you to release the people that are just trying to eat your blessings, the people that are riding on the laurels of your wins. How are you a winner and you're hanging out with losers? Lots of questions. Do y'all got answers? Because I want to read about this in the comments. The first one was, how are you going to be the captain of two ships, right? Their ship and your ship. And how are you a winner hanging out with losers? And this is just for everybody. Scorpio. Scorpio a little spicy. With conditions, with this Adam and Eve, Garden of Eden energy. Scorpio, with all of the life lessons, the hard ones, especially because in your messages, you've got towers a few times since the spring. Use those lessons to teach you how to create your own Garden of Eden. And anybody you let in this time, anyone you let close to you this time is with conditions. Some of you have this funny way of just opening the door wide to every smiling face, which is, I guess, serves a purpose when it does, right? When it works, it works. When it doesn't, it doesn't. But your guys are saying be more discriminating. Yeah, right? Be very more picky. I guess that's a better term about who you let in your life, in your world. And don't be afraid to have levels of access, right? Because you're not for everybody. Sagittarius, sun, moon, and or rising. I got to take a sip of tea. TikTok, tea. See? Little tea bag, tea. Sag, sun, moon, and or rising. Or your person can be a Sag. Sun on the person you think is your person can be a sun, moon, and or rising. Especially if they have locks. Gemini placements are also coming up. The messages we've been getting about someone not wanting to be in no contact anymore, not wanting to be in isolation no more. They want to come back home. They want to be let back in. You are especially being asked to hear that person out. Whether or not you take them back, that's not as important as hearing them out, because this person, the one that's been seeing you as home, the one that sees you as their peace, has been doing everything. Oh, Sag. This person has done a 180. And we got a little bit of this message last week or earlier this week. I know it's only Tuesday. But I want to feel like recently we heard about someone changing their ways, no longer hanging out. They don't want to celebrate anything, not even their birthday, if you're not by their side. Like, it doesn't make sense to them. They don't want to go out. Like, all these people they were so attached to, they don't want to be with any, they don't want to do any of that if you're not by their side. They don't want to go. It's the summertime and everybody's outside, not them. They're home tinkering with something. Like, they're keeping themselves busy with work and home projects and toy cars and model figurines. Like, they're keeping themselves very busy until you open that door. This is the same person who has sworn off love. Like, if you don't take them back, It's giving the same energy, right? They're fine as is. They're going to spend the rest of their life. Well, so they're thinking in this moment, right? In isolation. Capricorn, sun, moon, and or rising fertility. Balance. This new moon in Cancer is restoring balance. This new moon in Cancer, do your cleansing work, set your petitions, set your intentions, plant those seeds, those that thought you've been thinking is going to reap a bountiful harvest. But be careful what you wish for, because it's going to manifest a lot quicker than what you're thinking. Right? They're ready to meet you at every turn. Your guides, the universe, are all conspiring to make that wish that you've been really sitting on happen. Get out of your head. Be careful of the advice you receive and trust your intuition, mind, body, and soul. Aquarius, sun, moon, and or rising 32, 5. 5 is the number of change, right? And it's today's number, right? Because it's the 14th, and 1 plus 4 equals 5, right? So you've already have been doing the work, making the changes, doing the list, showing up, right? Now clearly decide, how do you want to show up for the rest of the journey? Because some of you have started to backslide, and that's okay. That's part of the journey too, right? Going back to your former ways. It's okay. But your guides really want you to pick a direction. Do not let all the hard work you've already put in to manifest your dreams into your reality be thrown to the wayside because you missed your old life. You can't pour new wine in old wineskins, okay? Okay. Pisces, sun, moon, and or rising. Oh, with this Sagittarius energy. Funny, but not funny, haha. Funny as in certain people do not want to end that cycle. Certain people want to make the changes necessary. That red cord of fate that keeps us bound to our destiny helpers, our destiny partner. Well, they may have been word of you ending this, and you may have even said to yourself, I am never speaking to so and so again. Valid, but neither one of you want to let go. So why keep fighting it? That's the third question that I'm going to be looking for the answers to. All right, why keep fighting it? Especially since both of you are willing to put in the work and do what needs to be done to sustain a mutually respectful relationship. Aries, sun, moon, and or rising. Another 5. Celebration. Celebration, celebration, celebration as things come into balance. This is the theme of this new moon in Cancer. So it might play out throughout the entire lunar cycle, the next 27 days, or it might just happen overnight. Aries, you decide. Just start making preparations for the very thing you've asked for. Taurus, sun, moon, and or rising, standing in your I am to restore balance in your life. You are coming out of the dark period. I'm hearing that Gloria Estefan song. I think it's called Coming Out the Dark. Coming out of the dark. She made it after she had a tragic accident that almost ended her career. Um, well, her career, some may argue, wasn't the same. After that, she was still in the game. She was still able to do what she loves doing. You're still in the game, dearest Taurus. The hardest part, and I think you got this message before, the hardest part is behind you. Prepare to receive all the blessings, dear warrior, that you've been calling in. Last but not least, Gemini, sun, moon, and or rising. Oh, forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do. Even though someone definitely knows what they did, right? That was definitely premeditated, right? They went above and beyond to try to knock you off your pedestal. We heard last week some of you being in the position, being so fortified in spirit that you are unfuckwithable. So nobody can knock you off your pedestal. If you choose to come down, well, baby, that's on you. But right now, from where you stand, extend grace to everyone that has ever tried to play you, hurt you, wish evil upon your name, has you buried in a jar somewhere. Forgive them all, because that forgiveness immediately cuts the cord of their foolishness and lightens your load, shows to the ancestors and your guides that your heart is lighter than a feather. This is why they say forgiveness is not for the other person, it is for us. Let's see what's going on over on the YouTube side. Hey, Trouble Clef. Yep, and in a freezer, that part too, right? Forgive them. Forgive them. You know, there's plenty of reasons for why people do the things that they do, and none of them has to do with you. Even though you may be at the unfortunate end of their attack, right? The arrow is facing in your direction. It has nothing to do with you. Hi, Trouble Clef. Let's see who. Oh, goodness. Oh, no. They don't get it. They really, really don't. Oh my God. Momo, they kept you busy on the YouTube side. Oh my God. And I saw your message pop up. I haven't read it because it feels like one of those messages that requires my undivided attention. So we could speak more about it on Patreon or later on this afternoon, whichever is clever. Exactly. Right now, it's my friends in Ghana and South Africa. Those are two great spaces to have good friends in, and a few of my Caribbean folks. Hey. Hi, Luz. Well, TikTok kicked you out. Well, good that we're in both places. And it does feel like a Monday. I have lost all track of time. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. So I'm on the 70 times 7 thing. Hey, I love that. I love that. I love that. Who else is here on the YouTube side? All right. And I see a couple of new people hanging in the background. We love that. Say hello when you get a chance. And definitely subscribe. We're trying to get TikTok numbers over on YouTube. I have 135, I think, right? 1,000 over on TikTok, and I would like 100K by the end of summer. That means, time's are ticking, right? Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. Ticky tock as I scroll all the way to the top. Oh, and all the messages. Hi, Atma. How are you? Marcy! It is Taco Tuesday, right? So you know what I'm doing after this. Hi, Night Sky. Good day to you as well. Collabs and RG. Happy Tuesday. Red, happy Tuesday. I had to learn to look at the actions and not just the words. Words could be so beautiful. And some people, they just have a way of making everything sound so wonderful and not meaning any of it. Hi, Ebony Angel. I forgive you and release all of that. I love that. I love that. Hi, Gerson. Marcella. We followed instructions to release before noon yesterday. Hey, good job. Good job. You will find for those of you who have been really diligent about hearing the word, receiving the word, and being and doing what's being asked of you, slowly but surely this week is going to be like, oh, serendipitous thing here. Oh, serendipitous thing there. Oh, I prayed for this. And then it's going to be bim, bam, boom, boom, boom. Like it's going to be a bum rush of blessings coming in because the Lionsgate portal is so energetically powerful. It shakes your life one way or another. This is why you've been asked. I think Spirit is begging the collective at this time to make the best of it. Like you're going to get tumbled in one direction or another. Be intentional about it. At least tell the universe what you want so they can bring it to you. And it feels like a lot of you have been doing just that. Just that. Thank you, Northern Bread. Ew. New Heart, how are you? Are you talking about a live personal? Yes, that's what we'll be doing on Patreon. Soon as we leave out of here, I'm logging straight onto Patreon, which I think it goes through YouTube, but the YouTube live link isn't public, so you have to be a paid Patreon subscriber. So head on over there, and then you'll be first come, first serve. Daisy, how are you? Hey, Kim Divine. The cards are out. It's sometimes like on TikTok, you will get like 75% of the cards. Like after I flash them, you'll get like you only see two rows, but there's only three because the recording side, the side that people can go back to, which is the YouTube side. By the way, if you missed any part of the message, soon as we go off live, it's immediately available on YouTube. On YouTube, you see everything nice and clear and bright. Boogie woogie woogie, how are you? How are you? How are you? How are you? As my niece is helping me make videos, I love it. Did you see the doodling? Did you get a chance to look at that video? I'm ordering supplies. Guillotine Creations. Good afternoon indeed. Have you had a chance to get that thing yet? Hmm? Hmm? Getting back on the dating scene. Wonderful. Messages have said lots about because they're active. They're active, right? The water spirits, as you know what language I was about to speak. Hello. Try this again. Let me cook. They are, regardless of your pantheon, right? Whether we're talking about Poseidon, um, Damalawedo, Waiagwe, right? Or we're talking about Yamaya, right? Or the other water spirits, Jesus, right? Those are primordial spirits. Those are the spirits that were here before all the others came, right? Especially from when we're talking about Damalawedo, Aidawedo. These were here when God was like, what should I do? What should I get into today? Oh, let's create humans. But first, right? So, being that we're in a 1 year, the thing that has been manipulating the collective to stay in a lower energy vibe, aka that thing that I'm not going to say because then TikTok likes to shadow ban me, but you know, that thing that's been turned off, yeah. So people's visions are clearer, their dreams are clearer. Of course, the primordial beings are at work trying to create a new chapter, a new era, not just for you and you and you and you, right, devotees. Yamaya, La Siren, Akwe, Damala Wedo, Damala Ahida Wedo, right? We could go on and on and on with the water spirits, right? They are heavy and active to put you in alignment with the best outcome possible. This is why they keep asking for your order. They can see into your life. They know what's missing. They know what would make you happy. They have an idea. Especially those of you who make it a business to speak with them every day. By the way, they like that. At least if you're dealing with the law, I could personally attest that they like to be remembered. They like to be honored. They like to be spoken to. Just like you like when your best friend reaches out, pause. Just like how you like when your kids come to you and say, Mom, I'm struggling with this problem. Can you help me? Rather than running off to that no good friend and asking them for advice. Doesn't that just warm a certain place in your heart that just feels, same thing with the spirits, right? When you come to them and not just because you're demanding something or you need help, but you're just genuinely grateful and you're going through some things, but before you even get into the things that you're going through, you're just genuinely grateful that they chose you, that they've led you, that they protect you, that you know what they do for you, right? It's not just saying thank you when those things manifest, but thanking them every day, just like you thank the Most High every day. Well, I hope. I gotta itch my head on that one, right? You thank them as well. Some of you have gotten, we've spoken and I've told you to go down to the water, go do a cleansing. It doesn't have to be a big to do, right? Just getting in, speaking your intentions, getting out, right? Maybe getting in with some basil, getting in with some mint leaves, right? Very conspicuously doing what you got to do. Thanking your water spirits, right? Asking them for blessings, asking them for clarity of mind, body, and spirit, asking them for discernment. So you will be able to fully start this new chapter without the BS, without attracting nonsense into your life. The blessings could just come and then go out to bring you more blessings, and then go out to bring you more blessings. That's what being in alignment truly is. Mind, body, and soul. Having your words, having your thoughts match your words, and your words match your actions. Practicing gratitude every single day, every chance that you get. Because when we practice gratitude, we get more things to be grateful for. Hi, Gina. Hi, Mary. I love speaking about the primordial spirits because in this great, beautiful world, right, we hear about the creation story, we hear about the Big Bang, which, by the way, is the same story, right? From two different perspectives, but it's the same story. When the ancients come to say hello, I don't have a word for how grateful for them that I am for them that they bestow that honor upon me. When they show up for me, and I know when they're around because, they have me talk about them, right? Somebody mentions water and here they come, right? They have millions of children. They have a bunch of things to get done, not just for their children, but for the Most High. Yet they want to come to me? They have a word for my collective? Oh, there's not enough money in the world or a title that can equate to the feeling that gives me. They're the ones closest to the Most High. And I think one day we have to have a scholarly conversation, right, about spirits and the law and um, what they are truly here on earth to help mankind with. Social media has gotten very dark. And I can't say that just happened. This has been happening since 2015. Like ever since IG and spiritualists would go head to head over there, right, with their foolishness. Right? One says, Dambala Wedo shows up like this. Somebody else says he shows up like that. And both of them are wrong. If it doesn't have to do with community, love, and sacrifice, and not sacrifice that requires the red stuff, right? Sacrifice of time, right? Sacrifice being patient, being willing to help another person. Of course, you could petition anybody to do anything else, but their primary goal is to maintain balance in the world, is to maintain love in the world. And this world is out of balance. There's a lot of negative Nancy's, negative Normans, people doing the most, calling so and so's name, saying that they gave me the power to do this. No, they didn't. You called somebody and they showed up, but it's not who you think it is. Y'all notice how that glass was perfectly clear and there's like a million bubbles in it? They're here. We'll have it before the summer is over, probably to honor Anna. To honor Fête Notre Dame, right? The Holy Mother. We should have that conversation on a Tuesday in August. We will have a extensive conversation on the water spirits. As far as I know, right? I can't speak for Poseidon and Midas and the Greek gods and the Roman gods. Hey, I know them. They are part of my bloodline. I just never went that far. I've stayed very, very, very firm in my bubble, my safe space with the law. because they've been good to me. So, you know, how they say, if it's not broken, don't fix it. Don't try to fix it. Hey, Mars, any good question? What was Blue Kodiak up to, J Max? I'm being nosy. Oh, no, that. Yeah, and the Bible, dissecting the Bible. The Bible we have was made by man. Oh, I'm sorry. Manipulated by man is the correct word. Anything after the King James Version, anything that is a derivative of the King James Version is not the word as it was intended by the Most High. They have even flooded the market with fake Ethiopian Bibles. It's hard to find the true Ethiopian Bible, and that's the closest to his word. By the way, we could get caught up on the semantics and the verses and the this and the that. If it doesn't come from a place of love, we're already out of his jurisdiction. We've already fumbled the ball when it comes to the Most High. Move with love, move with forgiveness. It will take you to exactly where you need to be. Before we wrap up, any thoughts, questions, feelings you want to share with the collective? Ooh, how do you like your Hebrew Bible, Momo? And of course, I will always stay in my safe place. I have stories of what I've been saved from, my almost moments, my oopsie moments. Me being here is a testament of their grace and mercy. So yeah, I'm gonna stay where I'm appreciated. I'm staying where I am celebrated and protected. Ooh, now that's a beautiful, beautiful aunt. For her to give you that, she knows you and she knows you well. Anytime, Atma. Anytime. If you guys think of anything, or if you're watching this on the replay and you're like, let me ask Etta, da 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 da. Put it in the comments or DM me, message me, get a clarity session, get a North Star. One of the biggest things, because there's many big things going on this summer, the push is for you to follow your North Star. Where is your North Node on your birth chart? Where does it fall into the houses on your birth chart? Right? That's what you're supposed to be doing. That's where you're supposed to be going. Anything that's outside that energy is tripping you up on your path. It's bringing you the disappointment. It's bringing you the hurt. It's bringing you the anger. It's bringing you the frustration. During the North Node, right, the following your North Star intensive, we worked through all of that, you and I, right? And pair it with your ancestors, your spirits, guidance to put you on the road, the best road possible for you to have that wish fulfillment, for you to have that happily ever after. I don't think you guys can see it on TikTok, but this glass is insane. When you watch the replay, right, just scroll towards the end and you will see just how many bubbles are in that glass. I'm going to have to release it and do a cleansing. Hey, TJ Master Mix. How are you? And you're almost out of Maji oil. Perfect. The new labels are coming, I believe, next week. I sent some of you the new bottles with the old labels. The bottles are bigger, right? They're going to stay the same price. But instead of the 1 ounce, you're getting the 2 ounces. We're not doing the big bottle of Dream Oil anymore. Everything is just going to be the 2 ounces. But they're going to have the new labels on it, as well as the affirmation oils are coming out. Some of you have pre-ordered them. They will go out early on the 25th. I'll probably send them out earlier so you get them on the 25th. We'll see. We'll see how kind time is to me. Hi, Morty. Any thoughts, any feelings, any questions you have after the fact, don't hesitate to reach out. In the meantime, I pray that you have an amazing day that's filled with protection, peace, and blessings, as well as things that make your whole heart smile. You are loved, you are honored, you are cherished. Start walking around as if you know that in your mind, body, and soul. Ashe.